Welcome back everybody to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. So last episode I left you with showing you how to make some thatch for doorways and that kind of stuff. And we actually went through quite a lot of things, which is great. I'm glad I was able to show you all kind of how the mods changed over this time. Dirt and dirt, two different kinds of dirt so they don't stack. So I'm going to, let's see, I need more logs. So I'm going to quickly cut down some trees and show you guys uses for the clay. I didn't show you how to do anything with the clay yet. So I'm going to break this and probably one or two more logs and I shall be back in a second here. So see you in a bit. Alright, cut down a couple trees, got some more sticks, which is nice. So I'm going to show you guys what you can do with clay. Just gonna make sure, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I didn't show you guys anything with that. Also, trick that I don't believe I taught you guys with the logs here. Now, like I said, you can only carry 16 of a log at once. So if I take all of these out, stack it up with the 16 and the one here, and the 16 fills up one log storage. So a full stack is basically a full block here, and when you want to put more, then you can shift click and you can stack it next to it. Let me remove this torch and show you guys that you can't shift click and stack it on top unless it has some kind of support next to it. So for instance, see if I just click it with the log, it'll automatically be like, oh, that's full. So let me go out here and show you guys. Break this. Ooh, got some seeds. What'd I get? I got some garlic seeds. Nice. All right, so let me go. Let me go and screw that up. Oh my gosh, it's like it was never broken. Oh my god, map in the face. All right, shift clicky. There we go. So let's go ahead and fill this up. Let's do it this way. It's quicker. And then we have our spare log here. So we shift click on top. There we go. Now, that wasn't working as well as it was before on my single player. Now, let's say, let's ignore that. Let's say I have my ash here. So I shift click that. And I want to make a secondary stack on top. What I can do is put one of each log in here. So I have all ashes. And then grab another log and shift click to put it, that's why it wasn't working, because it was a different log. So it has to be the same log on top. But anyways, shift click it to put it on the side. There we go. So you can kind of stack it that way without actually fully filling it up. But as you can see, it's kind of a little bit more buggy. The only reason you would really do that is if you wanted to make like a couple piles and that kind of thing. So those are just some tricks I wanted to show you guys while I had, so many logs in my inventory here. That's right. Pull out all of it. The double clicky thing doesn't want to work. You can just stay there for a bit. So why do I need so much wood? Well, first off, for this clay. So let me go ahead and show you what you can do with clay. Clay is kind of like the two stones. So if you click, you have two stones, you can mold them into different things. You can do the same thing with clay. First thing that I want to make is a vessel, so like a clay pot. The other thing I want to make requires you to click here, 3 across, down 1, 2, there, and there. So you can kind of see it kind of looks like a jug, which that's what it is, a clay jug. Another thing that I want to make requires you to make a rectangle here in the middle, and that creates 2 clay molds. And then I also want to make something to use with these clay molds. So if you can make some molds for tools, for instance, like a pickaxe or a prospector pick. It's called a pro pick, but it's a prospector pick. And any other tool like knives and swords, and here's one that will be useful later on, but I probably don't have the material for it yet. Is let's see. Let's make a smiley face. I cut too much of it. But I was gonna make a saw, but I cut too much. Anyways, things like that you can make out of it, out of these molds, and you fill these molds with, well, molten metal. So let me show you how to make some molten metal. First off, I want to try something. I have yet to try this. So if I put some logs in here. Now remember, different woods have different burn temperatures, and that's how hot it is here. There's also other material out in the world that I'm gonna kind of hunt this episode to find, so I can show you guys what it is, because it's very useful as well. Let's go ahead and relight that. The nice thing is you don't have to do the 3 sticks and relight it thing for the campfire each time. But this is starting to get hot, and you can use it sometimes. Let's see. There we go. I wonder. Oh, probably because I have 2 of them. But you can use it to cook these clay molds and materials. Now, it needs to reach a certain temperature. So you see this is not reaching the right temperature. So let's try white cedar. Like I said, I'm trying this because I don't know if any of the wood that I have will reach a hot enough temperature. If they don't, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen, I'll show you more, not efficient in a way, but more accurate, more constant way of being able to cook these. Yeah, it's not doing it. It doesn't want to cook this one in. So let me test with these logs, and I'll be back in a sec. See if I can reach a higher temperature. Nah, wasn't able to reach a high enough temperature with it, which is fine. Like I said, you need to create quite a hot temperature. So seeing as a campfire isn't reaching a hot enough temperature, I'll show you a good way of making a hot enough temperature. Create a hole that's too deep. I'm gonna cut this just so I can get down here easier. And then you can do a cool thing with these. Let me do it with this first, and this, and one of these, and that. Alright, so molds, you can hold your shift key and right click, and you can place them on the ground in the 4 corners. So I'm gonna place these 4 clay pottery things in here. Then you fill the bottom with straw just by normal right clicking. Now, if you accidentally right click on them, which I do quite a bit, you can still hold shift and click in the corner and it'll put it back underneath the straw. So go ahead and use up some straw for that. Then you take your logs, which is why I needed to cut some logs, and shift click to put the pile here. And then you fill it up with a full set. So I don't have enough because I burned some, so I'm gonna fill it up with this as a full set still. And then just I don't think you need to put dirt here, but I'm going to. And then you use your fire starter on the full set of logs, and I was lucky that time, but there's a chance that it'll catch on fire, just like how this has a chance of catching on fire when you throw some sticks down and start it up. And then you just gotta wait, and it does take a while. So while we're waiting, I'm going to, yeah, this is cooling down. I'm gonna plant these guys, and I'm gonna look for that other material I was telling you about. I don't know if I'll be able to find any, but we hopefully can be lucky and find some. So I shall be back in a sec. Alright, so I wasn't able to find what I was looking for. It became night, so I kind of hid in here for the rest of the night. But what I was working on is finished. So let me quickly break this. So as you can see, it's a darker color now. If you just right click it, you'll pick it up. And that's because they're now cooked. So we got a ceramic jug, we got a ceramic vessel, and we got the pick mold, and we got the ceramic mold. So what can these things do? First off, I'll show you the ceramic jug because it's going to be useful right away. And the ceramic jug is used to hold water. So I'm going to pick up some water and drink it. Much faster than just standing in some water here. So, and then you can pick it up and store it for later. It's always good to have a few of these because it does have a chance of breaking when you drink out of it. So it's a good idea to have, 2 or 3 with you. The ceramic vessel is very useful because it has 4 inventory spots, and you can keep it on your person. So it's kind of like 1 spot for the price of 4, and you can hold only like certain things, like small and teeny objects. You can't hold like, I don't think you can hold, yeah, molds or anything like that. Fire starters you can though, because that's small, and it's a light. This is a medium weight. So this is a light and a small, but you can't put it in. But things like, you know, these seeds that I've been collecting, I don't need them in my inventory, so I could put them all in here, and it frees up 4 spots, and I just have 1 spot here. So it's super useful for that type of thing. You can put food in there, like potatoes and cooked food, or straw, logs you can't put in, ore and stuff like that you can. So super useful for that. And I'll actually show you one thing that I am going to use it for is put in this ore that I've collected. I'll show you why in a second here. So I'm going to put this back down. And I'm also going to put down these because I want them cooked up as well. And while I'm cooking up stuff, I want to make one more of these. So I'm going to put that down as well, cook that up. And I do need more logs. I don't think I have enough to fill this up, so let me just try. Put all that in. Yeah, I've only got 2 and 1 and a set of 4 here. So I need at least 8 more logs. So I shall be back after I cut down another tree, and that should be enough logs. Alright, I got 9 more logs, so I'm going to put those in there. Basically, I cut down a tree and got 8. And the fire starter. And I don't think you need this covered, but I always cover it anyways just in case. So it might be required that it's covered on all sides. It may not be. I think it is though. All 4. Oh, did I? Hold on. I might have forgotten to put, yep, I forgot to put straw down here. So make sure to fill that up. And there we go. Now I need one more fire starter. And I need the logs. Oh, shoot. I kind of wish it was reversed sometimes. Let me quickly break this. Because I keep forgetting that you have to shift click to place it down like that. I don't know why. Get over here. Yeah. Alright. Shift click that. There we go. Fill that up. And then put that in there. And start it up. There we go. So once again, that's going to take a while. So while we're waiting, I'm going to set up a temporary, because this whole area is just a temporary place for me right now. I'm not going to permanently live here. So I'm just going to fill up that with grass, and that's actually the same color dirt as this because it's basalt dirt. Remember, there's different biomes, so that area is a different form of stone in the top layer, so the dirt is a different color as well. So you can tell what's kind of in the area by not only the dirt color, but also the little stones that are around the area. So there's 2 things that I want to make. One, I need to make another knife. So I'm going to quickly cut that into a knife. The other thing I want to make requires you to go like so, all the way across, so you only have the 2 rows, and then cut down 3, and that is a stone hoe. And oh shoot, broke that. I didn't think about it until after I clicked out of it. Alright, so that will make you a stone hoe. So let's go ahead and use the knife to clear out an area, because I mean, sure, I could punch it, but it's more beneficial to use a knife and just cut this out, because I mean, it's only just one little pebble and you're gonna get tons of it, trust me. Mining and that kind of stuff will get you a lot of it, and then there's just tons on the surface. So stone tools aren't going to cost you much. So I'm just gonna go and clear this all out. There we go, that's a nice little area. Actually, it's quite a large area. And now let's see. Actually, shoot, I didn't think about it. I don't have a bucket. Alright, so we're gonna do this down here instead. I'll make that a tree farm then. So I'll plant some saplings there. So we're actually going to need to go down here and do it. So let's clear this area out. All right. At least I'm getting a lot of straw for my mistake. Alright, so that's good. And then break this with anything else. Ooh, got some more copper. Nice. Alright. So with the hoe, if I go into here, you can see on the right hand side next to where my torches are, there's a little box. It only shows up when the hoe's on. That's what mode you are. M switches the mode to the 4 different modes. So this is, well, hoeing mode, I believe, just normal, you know, breaking it like you would. Let's see, we got 4 of that, 2 of that, 1 of that, and 1 of that. That way I can, you know, keep it the way it is. And this land will just stay the way it is. Hopping up and down won't change it. The only way to get it back to normal grass is breaking it and replacing it. Now the other modes I'll show you in a second here. First off, let's go ahead and plant our saplings. Oh, I got 1 more sapling actually. Let me turn that into 2, 3 more here. So let's go, oh shoot, hoe, don't need the axe. So we have 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. So let's go ahead and plant the wheat. Let's plant the potatoes. Let's plant the maize, plant the carrots, and plant the garlic. Good. Now with the hoe, like I said, this is just normal default mode. This is apparently like the health of it or something like that, the statistics. I still need to practice with this mode. I don't know quite yet the function, but it's in the wiki and I'm going to be reading more about it to understand it. But this mode is your hydration mode, so it'll tell you if the plants are being hydrated. Obviously, blue means hydrated. Red would mean not hydrated. And so thankfully all these are within the range, so I don't have to worry about it. The next mode is harvest mode. So it'll show you if the plant's ready for harvest. And these are all red, so no they aren't. And you can remove it and go back and it'll stay at the mode that you were at. So I'm going to leave it at harvest mode. And it's already becoming night. But I'm going to let that grow because I'm slowly getting hungry. And actually, you know, I should have eaten that potato. That wasn't smart of me. I really hope I don't starve to death for that mistake. So, I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to take this, and actually, I'm going to quickly check out the tasty tree over here, see if some fruit has grown on it. And I really shouldn't be sprinting, but I don't think me sprinting is going to lower my hunger that much quicker than just waiting for the or just walking there. So I'm just gonna sprint here. I don't see anything, but I will take my axe here and then break these center pieces here, and you have a chance of getting a sapling. So this is a banana tree. Okay, so this has a chance of creating growing bananas for me, so that's good. Mushroom. I can't eat mushroom. I'm like running around hoping for some food. Nothing. Alright, back to the house. Alright, we are back. That fire just ended, so I'm going to quickly show you what that is before the end of this episode, which once again is a bit long, but that's alright. So I'm going to take, oopsies, right click all these to get them all out. So this is the one that I just cooked, the empty one. This is the one that I put the copper in. So, you know, that Tetherite or whatever. I can never pronounce that one right. But anyways, it's a copper bearing ore, so it will have copper in it. And it's a liquid form right now. So you put a mold in there and it'll slowly fill up. It's 100 units per mold. So you need to make sure you have 10 of those ingots to fill up one of these molds. Then then right click the mold and you get this interface and you put whatever, or the on-shape mold into a shaped mold, so the pick mold here. So you're basically pouring it from one to the other. And that will give you your first tool. So it is a, oh yeah, you got to put it in your crafting inventory. There you go. Now as you can see, that copper pick mold disappeared, but I got the pick. So you have to keep making these not prototype, the shaped molds each time, but you keep your ceramic molds, so you can make, you know, them liquid form, and then you just remake these each time. But that gives you the copper pick head, and just like the stone tools, you just add a stick to it, and there you go, your very first mining tool, the copper pick. Next episode, I'll show you what this one is, and we will hopefully farm some food and I won't starve to death. So I shall see you all later. As always, stay epic. This is Deviant Gamer signing off. Adios.